On 29 July 1981, Lady Diana Frances Spencer married Charles, Prince of Wales, at St. Paul's Cathedral, and in full view of a global television audience of over 750 million people. By this act, the young noblewoman became Princess of Wales, Duchess of Rothesay, Countess of Chester, and more importantly for this region, Duchess of Cornwall. In March 1983, the young princess paid a visit to Devon, calling at Tavistock and Bovey Tracy, and undertaking crowd-blessing walkabouts in both towns. Princess Diana in Newlyn, June 30, 1988. 2 months later, she was back, on 27 May, still only 21 years old, this time for an outing to the Duchy home farm in Stoke Clymsland. Later she was a guest of honor at a luncheon at Restormel Farm. 19 Things You Only Know. If you grew up in Plymouth in the 90s, Diana receives flowers from an overawed youngster at HMS Cornwall, January 21, 1992. 2 years later, in July 1985, in a morale-boosting visit to Lympstone between Exeter and Exmouth, Lady Di, as she was popularly known, called into Commando Training Centre Royal Marines to inspect the men undertaking their fitness regime and military maneuvers. The history of Crown Hill in pictures, and how it got its name. Diana arrives on HMS Cornwall in the summer of 1988. She returned to the southwest to open the renal unit at Truro Hospital on 30 June. Later that same day she embarked on another popular public walkabout in the Cornish fishing capital, Newlyn. Plymouth's Palace Theatre. Picture through the ages. Diana visits Tavistock School, March 10, 1983. By now one of Britain's top fashion icons, Princess Di paid another visit to the area in May 1989, calling in at Torpoint School as well as formally opening the Saltash Handicapped and Disabled Organization Centre. Princess Diana on the bridge of HMS Cornwall, 1989. Later that same year, October 1989, the Duchess of Cornwall paid a visit to the ship she had sponsored and launched on the River Clyde in 1985, HMS Cornwall. Water level in Plymouth Harbour will never be this low again at Tavistock Playgroup, March 10, 1983. HMS Cornwall was commissioned at Falmouth in 1988, and on 21 January 1992 the Princess paid another visit to the Type 22 frigate. Diana on a walkabout in Tavistock the previous year. Incidentally, the Princess had visited Devonport Dockyard with the Prince of Wales to meet the staff preparing ships for the war zone in the Gulf. Prince Charles and Lady Diana at Devonport Dockyard, 1991. Diana visits Lympstone, July 25, 1985. On a tour of Lympstone, July 25, 1985. Observing military maneuvers at Lympstone. One little girl at Tavistock Playgroup is completely unaware of the importance of their visitor. March 10, 1983. Princess Diana opening the Saltash Disabled and Handicapped Organization, 1989. Completely natural under the spotlight, Diana chats at Stoke Clymsland, May 28, 1983.